Spring had arrived, and like bears waking after a lengthy hibernation, the world is moving back to some semblance of normal after mandated lockdowns of a global pandemic. The 5th Biennial Ethics Symposium this year was held in person and jointly hosted by the Centre for Accounting Ethics at the University of Waterloo School of Accounting and Finance and CPA Canada. This year's symposium theme is timely and addressed issues on the impact of the global pandemic and specifically COVID-19 on the ethics, professionalism, and judgment in accounting and finance. The mix of academics and practitioners who presented and attended the symposium provided a balance of perspectives for a very relevant and interesting topic. As the world continues to merge out of restrictions originally implemented as a result of the global pandemic, ethics researchers need to continue to ask questions and push to explore how disruptions from the pandemic impact the effectiveness of existing organizational controls and organizations' abilities to meet their strategic objectives. The two-day symposium hosted researchers and practitioners within the accounting and finance professions to discuss ethical issues caused by the global pandemic. Governments implemented welfare programs for individuals and businesses, with some businesses responding to the pandemic with layoffs in some sectors and retooling and increasing production in others. COVID-19 created opportunities for corporations to trade off ethical and societal outcomes against financial losses. Some examples of these unethical decisions included the misreporting to government assistance programs and hiding underperformance in financial reports. Nathan Goldman from North Carolina State University, one of the symposium presenters, provided evidence of the effect of state tax policies on revenue collection and income inequality during this crisis period. Goldman pointed to gains in tax revenue for states with progressive tax policies which are designed to decrease income inequality. Jose Hernandez, Chief Executive Officer for Ortiz Strategies, provided insights into dirty money and corruption during the COVID-19 period and resulting from the Ukraine crisis, highlighting the benefit of new detection and transparency tools resulting from the Ontario COVID-19 embargoes. Risk in a digital world became real overnight. Positive or negative, the effects of COVID-19 will have impacts to financial reporting and can also weaken managerial control systems. Remote work environments, a direct result of COVID-19, created challenges for employee oversight, which have resulted in lapses in controls, decreases in data security, and increased opportunities for fraud and misreporting. Douglas Johnson, the Chief Risk Officer for Haventree Bank, spoke of business continuity preparedness measures that Haventree took prior to the pandemic, which helped to build operational resiliency. Johnson noted that one of the ethical challenges experienced by Haventree was the loss of natural osmosis learning, where new or junior employees learned from seniors through observation and absorption of information within an in-person work environment. Pandemic lockdowns meant pivoting to a fully remote work environment and virtual meetings. The loss of in-person learning opportunities may result in a loss of corporate culture and a lack of awareness of policies, procedures, and protocols. Johnson's team and Haventree are working on implementing strategies to address this gap as they bring their employees back on site. As the world cautiously begins to come out of the global pandemic and new definitions of work accountabilities, work effectiveness, and risk are being tested, the last 2 years of business operations provide a plethora of research opportunities to study the effects of this crisis to guide how businesses navigate through future pandemics. The symposium offered a forum for researchers, academics, and practitioners to examine lessons learned specific to corporate ethical practices faced by the accounting and finance professions, including management control, audit, and financial reporting. The success of these symposia come from the interactions between the profession and academia, allowing both to learn from the other. The School of Accounting and Finance invites practitioners to help contribute and participate in conferences and symposia hosted by research centers such as the Center for Accounting Ethics, the Waterloo Center for Taxation in a Global Economy, the UW Centre for Information Integrity and Information Systems Assurance, and the CPA Ontario Centre for Sustainability Reporting and Performance Management. You can learn more about the conferences and symposia hosted by these research centres by visiting the School of Accounting and Finance website at uwaterloo.ca/SAF.